We are here on location at the official Indy 11 training facility at Grand Park in beautiful Westfield, Indiana. I am Liam Price along with my co-host Caden Colford, and you are watching the Unifying Sports Network. The mission of the Unifying Sports Network is to entertain our viewers, but also to motivate, inspire, and encourage the Special Olympics athletes by helping spread the word of inclusion through sports. Caden, would you like to introduce our guest for today's show?
I would love to, Liam. First on the inside here, wearing number 22 from Knoxville, Tennessee, a midfielder. This guy has a national championship game appearance and a 4-year starter at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Hey, a captain of this squad, his name with Indy 11, Tyler Gibson. Thank you for coming on today. And then next to him, from San Diego, California, another midfielder, starting at 28 games, becoming the second player in league history to surpass 20,000 regular season minutes against Tampa Bay. You're ranked one of the most productive players in USL Championship history. Number 14, Aodhan, Quinn. Thank you guys for coming on today. And as you guys step onto this beautiful field here at Grand Park, we want to ask, when did you both realize on your journey as an athlete that this was meant for you and that you had the skill and ability to be a professional soccer player?
I think for me it was, the dream started when I was about 10 or so. I had a coach that, being from Knoxville, Tennessee, soccer's not the biggest thing, but it was a club, new coach came over from England, and he inspired me and made me love the game. And he believed in me, and I think that first belief really it was instilled in me, and I believed it as well. And that's from that moment, everything I did was to get to this part. So,
Aodhan?
Yeah, for me it was I grew up in a soccer family. My dad was a professional player and a coach, so I was always around it. But I've always enjoyed it. I've never stopped loving it. So to be able to do it as a job, I think is just a blessing and a dream come true. So as long as I keep loving it and enjoying it, I'm going to keep doing it.
And you guys just got done with practice, if I'm not mistaken, right? You said it was a pretty tough day out here. So could you go through your daily life as an athlete, how you come out, practice, prepare for games?
Yeah, so normally on a normal week, we have one game a week on, let's say, Saturday.
Okay.
We'll train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then Thursday, Friday, and then either travel or hang out and play Saturday. So Monday's usually a re-entry day. Tuesday's probably the toughest day of the week. Wednesday's off to recover. Thursday, still pretty tough, and then Friday easier on the legs to get ready for the Saturday game. So normally have to be here between 8:30 and 9, and then we start at 10. Have on the field for an hour and a half, and then normally have a lift or some kind of recovery session after that.
And to add on to that, a lot of guys have their own routines at home and stuff. So work doesn't really just stop at the training center. You go home and make sure you eat healthy and then do some other stuff like stretching or weightlifting, whatever it is.
North Carolina this weekend. Before Liam talks about inclusion, anything special in preparation of that one?
Right now, not anything special, but playoffs are coming up and we're trying to push for to get a guaranteed playoff spot and hopefully get in the top 4. So kind of just trying to get those wins.
I would like to transition now to an important topic for athletes in Special Olympics. In Special Olympics, inclusion has been central to its mission and programs advocating for the inclusion of people with intellectual disabilities through the power of sports. Can you both share a moment in your life as a high school, college, or professional soccer athlete where you experienced meaningful inclusion?
I think definitely in high school, even though they're not necessarily allowed to do it anymore, but I kind of enjoyed it. It was one of those things, as a freshman, you come in, make the team, and the seniors buzzed our head and stuff. Yeah. So I think that was fun. I actually enjoyed that side of things. So that was a cool way. And then I think just, the older guys bringing you along, and showing you the ropes, telling you when you need to do something right or need to do something better, or hey, this is how it's supposed to be done. I think that bringing the young kids along, or giving them advice on, hey, either whether it's in your position or, hey, you should be working on this off the field, or you should be eating this, you should be sleeping better. Like, these are things that I've learned in my past that I think I've benefited and really enjoyed, and now I try to pass on, being the oldest guy on the team, so to the younger guys. So I think that's one way that I've experienced it.
Do you see yourself as kind of a mentor to some of the younger guys?
I think so. I definitely think so. So being through it a while, and now you see you're playing with players half your age. It's like, wow, okay. They don't even know some of the same music that you grew up with. So
Yeah, because it's different generations.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think, and especially in professional sports, but also in college and stuff, you're going into a new environment. So when there's guys there that understand the program or the club, and they invite you in and make you feel wanted and included, it makes the transition a lot easier, especially if you're going to a new club and you don't really know what's going on. When someone comes over and helps you out and kind of takes you and shows you the ropes, that makes life a lot easier and makes your adjustment a lot easier. And so like Tyler said, being older guys and being here, we know what's expected. So when the younger guys come in, or the new guys, then you include them and you hope that you can help them out, because that transition's tough, but if you make it easy for them, then hopefully they can help the team out.
It's good to help younger generations who are wanting to play soccer and stuff. And how did that experience help you develop you into the teammate and leaders you are today for the Indy 11? Tyler?
I think as a young kid, like when you come into an environment, you got to learn the culture, right? And you might come from one background and like where you did things differently, but then you come into a new environment, a new family, a new culture, and you gotta buy into those things.
It's
right?
a transition.
Yeah.
You sometimes have to adjust. People have their own way of adjusting and stuff, and sometimes it takes different time links from other people, from other players.
When you get that arm around you, it's a nice feeling,
Absolutely.
And sticking with you, Tyler, you mentioned that nice feeling. How does that equate to your play on the field? How does that make the team better?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you feel included into a team and like one of the brothers or family member of the team and group, it shows on the field. Like off the field stuff matters. That's why it's important. Not only on the field do we hang out and train together and fight together and stuff, but it's off the field stuff as well, hanging out off the field, joking, just being there and being around each other it translates on the field as well. Like certain jokes and everything bring people closer together. When you fight together, it brings people closer together. So all those things.
And it helps, make a soccer team and stuff more inclusive and stuff over time as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. And as we shift from inclusivity to sportsmanship, soccer obviously very fast-paced. It's contact sport. Split decisions are made just like that, right? So as we look towards Liam, what do you have to ask about sportsmanship?
In Special Olympics, sportsmanship is defined by the qualities that are characterized by generosity and genuine concern for others. Can you speak about any time that you encountered unusually generous or genuine sportsmanship from a member of your team or a member of an opposing team?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I was on a team and a guy suddenly he fainted basically, and he had something wrong with his heart. But as soon as that happened, one of the other players from the other team noticed it, got him kind of on his side to help him out, and then as soon as he got the trainer's attention to get on the field. So that was obviously big sportsmanship, and in those instances, this game doesn't really matter. It's about that guy that's injured on the ground, and it was awesome to see someone from the other team that we didn't know. He came and helped out.
That's good. I noticed the motto a lot of Indiana. It's to be humble and kind in sports. Tyler?
Yeah, I think along those same lines, when you see somebody go down or somebody on the team, even if they're maybe even having a bad day in training, like sometimes you're not going to be perfect every day. You might have a bad day, your touch isn't on or something, but just going around and being like, hey, just focus on the little things, keep it going, and like I think those kind of things, it's good to feel as well.
Absolutely, we all have our down days. And what did you gain from that moment of sportsmanship, Aodhan?
Yeah, just that sometimes there's things that are more important than the game. Obviously, in our heads and in that moment, we're only thinking about the game or how we can win and how competitive we are. But at the end of the day, we're just there to enjoy it, to have fun, and then make sure everyone goes home healthy and happy.
Tyler, would you like to? What did you gain, Tyler?
Yeah, I think it's along those same lines. Is it's bigger than the game, you know. It's easy to get caught up in it. It's easy to get like you become almost a different person on the field when the ball's going. Like you zone out everything else, and like you're there. But when you take a step back or something like that happens, you're like, dang, okay.
You sometimes have to decompress.
Yeah.
I've had to do that myself too when I've been